Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you guys are new. As you can tell by the title, today's video is going to be a fun one. We're going to be talking about the new brand Ravie Beauty. This is Allie Tylan and her husband Tylan's new makeup brand, and I am so excited to try it out. Full disclosure, I do have on one of the products right now, but I've only tried one of the three, okay? So I had to try something, but I did make myself wait for this video for the other two products, but I have a lot to say, so let's go ahead and jump into it. The first thing I have to say is I have to just give a disclaimer that I'm a really big fan of Allie Tylan, so I'm sure there's a little bit of bias in my review that could have swayed my opinion some, but I genuinely don't think that it did because, spoiler alert for my review, but the product stands on its own. Like, it does not need Allie and me being a fan of Allie to make this a good product. Like, if I had tried this product and didn't know who it was from, I honestly believe I would give it the same review. So that being said, I just wanted to go ahead and get that disclaimer out, but congratulations to Allie and to her husband Tylan. This is so well deserved. I know that they've both worked really hard for this. I'm so excited to see someone who genuinely just loves makeup as much as I do create a makeup brand, because you know, it's nice to see the person behind the brand. Like, a lot of these big name brands, I couldn't tell you the person behind them, so I love to support a brand that I know the person behind. I've been watching Allie's videos for so many years. I don't even know how many years. I think from like when her channel was less than a year old. So for a very, very long time, I really love her videos. I think it's so cute that Tylan edits her videos, and also they're just such a power couple and I really like them. So congratulations to Allie and Tylan. You guys have done a really great job with this brand. I will get into more details here in a minute, but overall, congratulations. I'm so excited for you guys and I cannot wait to keep talking about these products. So Ravie Beauty means to be delighted. So Ravie means to be delighted in French. I don't speak French. This is what Allie said in her video. That's why she named it this. I think that that's so cool that she didn't just name it like Allie Beauty. I really do like that she gave this brand its own identity and it's not just solely reliant on her. I think that that's a really smart move, and I also just think that it shows the intentionality behind the brand and that this is something that she really just wants to be, you know, its own thing. But of course, again, we can see the person behind the brand. I really love that. So initial thoughts, I want to start out by talking about the website where they launched everything, and also included in this is like their Instagram in general. But I love how they've done this. I think Tylan has done such a great job. So Allie's husband actually designed the entire website, and everything on there is what he's worked on and designed. He's done such a good job. I was scrolling through, like when I went to purchase this, I purchased it, like I had an alarm set to purchase it at order time. I had to have it. So right when I went to order it, you scroll down and you can actually see little videos on the website of Allie talking, and it has her into the different lip color shades. So this brand did actually start its first launch with 1 makeup bag and 3 lip products. So I picked up the lip products, but we're gonna get into those. Just like initial thoughts on the brand and everything as a whole. I'm really, really impressed with the website, and I also just love their branding as a whole. Like, their photos on Instagram are so beautiful. I love the color story that they went with, and overall, I just really love how I feel like this brand is able to stand on its own. I feel like I've already said that a couple of times, but I just think that in every aspect of the brand, it really shows. And I think that that's really awesome. So I'm really glad to see that. This was definitely well thought out. I mean, you can tell looking at this brand that she did not come up with this idea yesterday or 2 days ago. You can tell that she's been working on this for years. So that to me as a consumer means a lot, because I know that Allie, with her knowledge of makeup and how much she's reviewed and everything, is formulating all of these for all of us, and I take that to heart because Allie is someone that has always inspired me. She was the one who taught me about ethereal makeup. You guys know, like, my makeup style is Allie's makeup style. Like, she was the one that really taught me, like, oh, I think I like editorial looks. I like ethereal makeup. Like, oh, okay. You know, it wasn't all or nothing, and a lot of makeup styles back in the day just didn't really resonate with me, but Allie's always have. She's always pulled me out of makeup ruts. And so to know that I already trust her recommendations, I have tried so many products from her. I actually have a video where I talk about products that I've tried from different people, and I think hers was like top 3. That was like the Christmas before last when I posted that, but I'm gonna link that for you. I trust Allie's opinion so much, so I know a ton of those products were from her recommendations, but I've always just really loved Allie's makeup preferences, and I really trust her opinion, so I know putting my money into her brand that I can trust that I'm going to like the products that she's come out with, or else she wouldn't have come out with them. I just really have similar preferences with her, so That just to me means so much. I just love to see that she put so much time into this. And also everything I'm saying about Allie, I'm sure I'm also saying about Tylan here because they're such a good duo. So just know that I do recognize that Tylan's been a big part of this as well. I just think that's so awesome. Also, I wanted to note that when I checked out, I had no problems at checkout. This is a brand new brand. It's not something that's like a sister brand of like this massive corporation or something like that. Like this is two people who I'm sure like have a team of people that they've hired and stuff like to help them like, you know, produce the products and on the packaging and all that stuff. But the website was just Tylan created this. So I think it's so incredible that there was no, at least for me, there were no problems checking out. And that is very uncommon for me, especially like even some larger brands on launch day, I have had problems when trying to check out and purchase the items. So I just think that that really shows a lot. But yeah, overall, I'm just very impressed with the branding and everything about this brand as a whole from the beginning. I just really feel like that really shines out a lot. So shipping, this is like literally my only negative, and I can't even fault them for that because they're a brand new brand. This is their first launch ever. How are you supposed to anticipate like how many people are going to order? How many people are going to order on launch day? Like, I don't know how you would anticipate that because she does have a makeup bag brand, and actually as I'm filming this, I have her bag right here. I just used it this weekend and I haven't even fully unpacked all of my products, but she does have a makeup bag brand, but I would assume that a makeup launch would likely sell more than a bag. I don't know. I just feel like for me at least, I only need a couple of bags and I really try not to go overboard, but I could always have another shade of lipstick, you know? So I do love her bag, by the way. But I just feel like even with the bag brand, like how in the world are they supposed to anticipate like exactly how many people are going to order? And that's really hard to gauge, I feel like. So now I feel like for their second launch, I will be looking at that more. I feel like they'll be more ready for it because now they have data to go off of. Okay, I feel like I'm taking a really long time with initial thoughts, but I've literally like, I have my notes on my sticky notes, just what I had near me. So that's literally the only negative that I have because I did order mine on launch day. Like I ordered it on launch minute, okay? Like I had this ordered within 2 minutes of launch. But I will say I ordered it launch day, which is the 10th, and I didn't receive it until the 22nd. So it took 12 days to get here, but I just really like, as much as I wanted it sooner, does it really matter? No, you know, it's fine. So I just, yeah, I feel like I can't really fault them. Especially being a brand new brand. This would be different if I had ordered something from like Natasha Denona and it took 12 days. That would kind of stink a little bit more. But for this, I'm like, this is a brand new brand. So I really just feel like I can't judge them for that. I'm gonna go ahead and pop the prices up on the screen because I wrote this down based on my memory. And from what I remember, you could get the entire set, which was the makeup bag, the 3 lip products for $80, or you could get just the 3 lip products for $60, or each lipstick was $22. Let me look. I was gonna be lazy and not look it up. I was just gonna put it on the screen. Yes. Oh, I'm proud of myself. I remembered it right. Okay, yes. The complete collection is $80. The trio, which is what I got, is $60. Each lipstick individually is $22. And then if you just wanted the floral denim bag, it was $28. Which, by the way, that bag is beautiful, but I just don't need it. And I would rather save the $28 to be able to like pick up their second launch or something. So for me, I didn't need it. I also feel like because I already have one of Allie's bags, I'm like, well, I have one. Let me just enjoy that one. So like I said, I did actually use that this past weekend. But I did pick up the 3. I picked up the trio for $60. So I saved about $6 versus if I had purchased each of them separately. And I do really like that they offered the sets. I thought it was very easy at checkout. I mean, it took me like 30 seconds tops to make the purchase. They had a really good checkout system. I used the shop pay feature, I think, which remembered my payment information. And so it was just like a click of a button. Very, very quick, very seamless, no problems at all. To me, I honestly feel like these are really fair prices. I feel like the quality is there. As I've mentioned 4 times already, I feel like the brand really can stand on its own 2 feet. So more first impressions, but talking about the actual products themselves, I will be honest, when I first saw them, I felt like maybe the shades aren't like the most inclusive just because I thought maybe there might be one deeper shade, but but I was proved wrong very quickly. From what I've noticed online, I have seen swatches from a ton of different people with a lot of different skin tones, and I honestly feel like these products look beautiful on everyone. I think that because it's such a sheer formula that it genuinely is like everyday shades for everyone, especially the Dahlia and the Lily shade, but the Tulip shade is a pop of color and it looks like a pop of color on everyone. So the original thought that I had of like, well, I don't know how those are going to work for someone with deeper skin. From what I've seen online, I don't think that that really applies. I think that these products have looked very beautiful on deep skin. That being said, I do have very fair skin, so I honestly, that's not something I'm able to test out, unfortunately. But from what I've seen online, from some swatches I've seen on like Instagram reels and stuff, to me, they look beautiful on everyone. I think that's really attributed as well to the really buildable formula. It's not like concealer lips on anyone. Love it. Let's talk about the packaging. So here are the products. The packaging is honestly so sleek. It is very thin, and I was actually very curious to know like how much product is in each of these. So I'm gonna grab a couple like regular size lipsticks, like what I'm used to using, and let's compare that. Okay, I grabbed 3 lippies that I have right next to me. So the Effortless Lip products from Ravie Beauty have 1.7 grams or 0.06 ounces. And by the way, the shelf life is 18 months, which I really appreciate because I feel like most lip products just say like 6 months or 12 months and just assume you're going to use it up by then. Okay, but yes, we're trying to compare. Let's see, do these have, yeah, grams. Okay, so this has 1.7 grams. So this one from Wet n Wild has 3.3 grams. So this one is actually quite a bit larger than the product in the Ravie Beauty one. This one has 3.96 grams from Ulta Beauty. Okay, that was actually a bigger difference than I thought it would be. And then this one from Tarte is 2.8 grams. And this one to me is the most comparable, but it's more of like a thin, taller packaging. So that has a good bit more product in it. It has 1.1 grams more. But that being said, I also don't use up lip products like super frequently. So I don't know, but with it being a very like buildable formula, I'm kind of wondering how quickly I'll use that up. I'm also really interested to compare that to this formula because that was like my first thought was that I have this, I love this one. I think they might be getting rid of these or have gotten rid of them. So I want to try them out and I would actually love if they're similar because that might be a good replacement for me. And I also don't like the packaging of those. So we'll get to that. The packaging also has a very strong closure. So it really clicks shut. And I accidentally dropped one earlier this morning. I was like, oh. But yeah, I was filming a reel this morning and I dropped it. I had butterfingers and it was fine. There was nothing wrong with it, thank goodness. But yeah, very sturdy. Like I put it to the test for you guys. Don't do what I did. I also love that they have the color stickers on the bottom. So if you have all 3 shades like I do, you can store them either upside down to where you can see the shades, or in my acrylic drawers, I could put the stickers towards the front and then I can very easily see which one I'm reaching for. Because of course the packaging looks the same on all 3, but I do love that it has those colored stickers on the bottom. That is top notch for me. I don't like when products don't have that. Okay. So as I mentioned, this doesn't have like as much product as some of my other ones, and I've been wearing the shade Lily all day today. So I've probably reapplied this like 4 or 5 times. So both of these are now wound all the way down, and I want to compare just the usage of them to you. So this one on the right is Dahlia, and then this one is Lily that I've been wearing. I have swatched Dahlia, but I have not worn it at all. So this is the comparison as to what 1 day of use was for me, and I was testing it, so I reapplied it a good bit. But I'll be honest, I don't reapply lipstick that much every day, even though maybe I should, I don't know. But that's what it looks like as far as just the usage goes. But let's go ahead and swatch them. So I'm gonna go back and forth a few times so you guys can actually see what the color is gonna look like. But just know that if you just use like 1 or 2 swipes of this, it might have a little bit less pigment. So that one is the shade Lily, and then I'm going to swatch Dahlia, which by the way, I love the shade names of these. My wedding flower was actually a Dahlia, so I really love the name of that one. Oh no, I just dug the cap into that a little bit, but it's okay. I feel like after like 1 use, that will kind of even out. And then the last one, which I'm really excited to try this one on, is called Tulip. All right, so here are the shades swatched on my hand. We have Lily, Dahlia, and Tulip. I do feel like these two are definitely the most similar up top here, but they're also like the perfect everyday shades, so I don't mind to have two that are like more similar, but the undertones is where the difference is. And depending on what like eye look you have on, you might want a more peachy, you know, undertone from Lily, which is what I wore today, or Dahlia, which is more of like a mauve tone. So I really like that they're both options. You might not like mauve lipsticks, so you might not want the shade Dahlia, and then you could pick up the shade Lily, or vice versa. And then of course Tulip looks like just a fun pop of color. So those are the swatches on my hand. I'll also pop up a photo of them outside just so you guys can see. Okay, so I've now had the actual lipstick on my lips for about 35 minutes or so, and I want to show you guys how it's worn. I've been talking, I've had a little bit of my drink, so you know, it's been through it a little bit here for the last, you know, half hour, a little bit more. Okay, so here's how the lipstick has worn on my lips in about 35 minutes, as mentioned. I mean, I tend to notice wear on lipstick like right here on my bottom lip, and I'm not noticing anything weird. Today I noticed that there was just like the slightest little line, but I'm telling you guys that is like the most normal thing for me ever. And in comparison to like any other lipstick that I wear, this one wore off very, very nicely. I did notice that I was reapplying this lipstick about every 2 hours or so. I would notice that I needed to reapply it. So throughout the day, I would think, oh, my lips are kind of like dry again. Like the whole product had worn off at that point. And so I would reapply it. I did try it both with and without a mirror when reapplying, and I felt like I could do that either way. I don't know that I would do that with the shade Tulip if I was like building it up, but definitely with Lily, and I feel like Dahlia as well. These are called effortless lips. So that's what I want from that type of a lip product. I want them to wear comfortably all day long. And Lily really did wear comfortably all day today, so I'm very excited about that. But let me go ahead and wipe this off, and let's go ahead and swatch all of the shades. I will say too, my lips do not seem as dry now as they did earlier today, so I do feel like this product is actually pretty hydrating, which is very nice because I've been really suffering with dry lips lately. It's been pretty bad actually. Let me go ahead and show you a fresh swatch of Lily. Even though I did have it on for the beginning of this video, I want to go ahead and show you guys what it looks like when you first apply it. So I'm going to do one light layer, and of course this is without any lip liner or any other product, but this is how that looks. And then I do want to build it up just a little bit so you guys can see it with the full opacity of the color. So here's how that looks. I honestly, when I first put this on, was so shocked at just how plump and healthy my lips looked. So I really appreciate that. I can see myself wearing these like all winter long, honestly, and then really all year round because they're just comfortable. However, this is the product I'd have to be cautious of having in my purse in the summertime because it is a softer formula. But yeah, I can see myself wearing this all winter long, especially to help my dry lips. So here is the shade Lily without any lip liner or anything. All right, next up, let's try the shade Dahlia. I'm very excited to try this one on. So again, let's do one light layer. Okay, so this is how Dahlia looks with just one pretty light layer. It did go on a little bit unevenly at first, but it's because I accidentally dug the cap into the top of it, so that little extra was coming off. But when you just apply it without having just done that, it does apply very evenly, and I really do like this shade as well. I feel like this is a very Kirsten shade. I feel like I've worn this one so many times, like this type of a shade, and it's just very comfortable, very pretty. And again, it's kind of like that My Lips But Better, which is honestly how I felt about the Lily shade this morning when I first put it on. That My Lips But Better shade is a little bit more peachy, and then this one is a little bit more berry leaning or mauve leaning. But either way, I honestly feel like they're both kind of that My Lips But Better sort of everyday type of shade. So let's go ahead and build that one up as well. I think I'm going to really like this one with a lip liner, but that's how it looks a little bit built up. And again, that's the shade called Dahlia. Last but not least, let's try the shade called Tulip. I'm so excited to try this one on. Okay, so here it is with a very light layer. I feel like this looks like a little bit of popsicle lips. Like it's a very nice, sort of almost like faded look. Like I feel like it's very faded into my skin in like a good way. Like it's just very like blotted almost. I feel like that was a trend a while back, but I'm honestly just ready to go ahead and layer it on. But yeah, here's how it looks just with a light layer. But I'm so ready to build it up. Okay, this is actually very, very pretty. I don't think I have a shade like this, and I was a little bit hesitant to see how it would look because I feel like sometimes a shade like this on me does not help my teeth look white at all, but I honestly feel like this is a very flattering color both on my skin tone and also with my teeth. And because I'm so fair-skinned, I feel like sometimes I struggle in that regard with lip products. Also, by the way, I've noticed that in reference with Allie, I'm about 1 to 2 foundation shades lighter than her. Sometimes I would feel like, oh, I might pull off that shade, but I tend to be 1 to 2 shades lighter in skin tone than Allie as far as a foundation would go. So if that helps you guys in reference, like if you're used to looking at Allie as a reference and then maybe you're 1 or 2 shades lighter than her in foundations, then maybe that would help you as well. But I really like this shade, and I'm also super excited to see this one with a lip liner. So let's go ahead and try them with a lip liner. She did mention like how they wear really well off of the lips. So I'm just gonna kind of kiss the back of my hand and kind of put some off. That's very pretty. Yeah, that's extremely pretty. And I'm really excited about that because I feel like with a more bold or a more kind of like pop of color sort of fun lip, they never wear off well. And I cannot be bothered to touch up my lip product so often. And I tend to have that line of like wear off, you know what I'm talking about? Doesn't look good. You've probably seen it in some of my videos when I haven't noticed, honestly, but it's not my favorite. Okay, let's try with some lip liners. I have a couple options. I don't have the most extensive lip liner collection by any means, but let's try some of these out. I want to try Cokie Warm Nude with the shade Lily because it is more of a peachy lip product. Okay, this is, I think, how I'm the most excited to wear these products is with a lip liner because for me, this is just like the reality of my makeup habits. I will do my makeup in the morning and feel very excited about how it looks. I love the lip look, but then as it fades, I might just apply a product like this. And I feel like as this lip look faded, and then if you just reapplied this on top, it would still look so stunning. And it honestly is effortless to reapply it. So this is how I feel like I'm the most excited to wear it, but I love this combo very, very much. What do you think? I'm obsessed. Okay, now I want to try the other ones with lip liners too. I really, really like this, you guys. I'm so excited. Okay, I actually do want to try like a little bit of a deeper lip liner for this one. This one's going to be for Dahlia, and this is the, what is this called? About Face Fixed Lip Pencil in the shade Midnight Seduction. It's a bit more of a deep lip liner. Could you guys imagine if these ended up on the Allure Best of Beauty list next year? Allie would freak out. I would vote for it. I need to go in like the Reader's Choice and like start voting already because this is gonna be such a staple. I can already tell. Okay, the lip lines are starting to get a little messy, but I really like this one too. I feel like next time I will put the lip liner a little bit more into the corners, almost like a faded lip to where the Effortless Lips is mostly focused in the middle. But I do like this combo. I feel like maybe the lip liner is a little bit purple for it, but I feel like I can make it work if I just kind of filled in the corners a little bit more. But I like it a lot in the center. Okay, then next I'm kind of thinking about like the Cherry Cola lips. I think Allie might have mentioned that when she swatched them in like her second or third video when she mentioned it. And like I said, my lip lines are starting to look really, really rough. But I also saw Kelly Gooch post the Cherry Cola look, so I'm gonna try this with Tulip. This might not be my favorite. I don't know, I'm just gonna try it. This is the Juvia's Place So Rare shade. Whoops. It's a bit more brown. This might not be as cool tone as I was hoping. This time I'm actually gonna fill the corners in a little bit. But I also feel like the Tulip color would be really pretty with this Revolution and Soph lip liner. But I wanna try it with this brown one just to kind of see. Okay, you know what? I actually really like this. The lip lines are terrible. Okay, that's a me problem, but picture this with a different outfit, like a more cool tone type of top. I feel like this would be really, really pretty. So again, that's the Tulip shade. I've got it on the shade So Rare lip liner from Juvia's Place. Okay, to finish out the rest of the video, I decided to go back to that first combo because I feel like it just goes the best with the look that I have on right now. But I honestly do really like the other shades. I feel like my favorite is actually Lily right now, and then Tulip, and then Dahlia, which if you would have asked me like 6 months ago, Dahlia would have been my #1, which I kind of love that about these because I feel like at any given time, one of them will be my clear favorite and I can just cycle through them as my taste change and as I go through different phases with my makeup. I always cycle back around, like literally always. Okay, I mentioned this earlier, but I'm dying to compare it to this Tarte Quench Lip Rescue. Currently, I only have one. It's in the shade Nude. So this is what that product looks like. I think it might be slightly more shiny to it. I don't like the packaging of these though, because a lot of times the cap will just kind of come off. It doesn't really stick down super well. I also think that those have been discontinued. So you might not even can get them anymore, but I know a lot of people had them. So let's compare. So this is the shade Lily. Okay, yeah, the Tarte one is definitely like more glossy, whereas the Ravie Beauty ones have a bit more of a cream texture, even though they're still very like glossy sort of looking. So shade wise, they're definitely not the same. So the Tarte one is over here on the far end, and you can see that they're similar, but the Tarte one is definitely more like glossy and a lot more shiny. This is the first time I've swatched them next to each other, and from the moment I saw Allie talk about these, that's what I thought of was the Tarte one. So yeah, I don't think this is really similar to anything else in my collection because that is the closest thing in my collection to it. I'm a little bit disappointed to see that it has so much less product than some of my other lipsticks, because when you're talking about the price of lipstick at $22, I think is pretty fair because, I mean, it's her brand. It's not like this is Wet n Wild who can just create a ton of them and then sell them for a lot cheaper. Like, I honestly do feel like the price is justified for a lipstick. I'm just a little bit disappointed to see that it's so much less product than some other ones that I have. But like I said, I really don't use up lipsticks that often. So I'm just gonna have to trust Allie on this one and hope that this one will last me a long time. I'm interested to see how long it lasts. I'll have to keep you guys posted on that. But I mean, honestly, like I do really love how sleek the packaging is. So that's a lot of fun for me to just try a product from a YouTuber that I've really enjoyed their content for so many years. Okay, so final thoughts. I really like this. I feel like that's very obvious. I don't know how much more clear I could be. I honestly really, really like it. I'm excited to wear them. Honestly, I think my rating would genuinely be a 10 out of 10. I would take maybe a 9.5 out of 10 if we're talking about the amount of product in the product, the amount of product that you get when you purchase this, but it takes me so long to use that makeup. I have so much of it. Like, I just don't see that that's going to be a huge problem. And if I enjoy it, a 10 out of 10, the whole time I use it, then I'm fine with it. You know, like it's fine. So that, I think, wraps up everything that I wanted to say about this review. I feel like this was super long, but I really enjoy giving you guys very in-depth reviews and giving you guys all of the thoughts that I have on a product, or in this case, a few products, a whole collection. I do hope that this review was helpful for you. If it was, please go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Again, a huge congratulations to Allie and Tylan on your new brand. It's very beautiful. I'm so excited to try whatever else you guys launch. Please don't make us wait too long. I'm so pumped to see what you guys come out with. But thank you guys for watching today's video. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.